Alright guys, welcome to King of the Beta number 15 Grand Finals. It's a Songhai versus Songhai mirror match. We have Zoochz going up against WhiteZenthon. WhiteZenthon making it away all the way through the winners to the finals. He's going to have an actual one-game advantage over Zoochz when we start this match. And Zoochz working his way through the losers bracket all the way to bring it back here now. And it's going to be a pretty exciting match. It's going to be a very explosive match. Songhai versus Songhai usually is in that regard. So we're going to get into it right away. Join alongside me is Acrotar and Envy Hots. And I hope you guys enjoy these grand finals. So get into it. And we're going to get right into the mulligans of both players. You're going to see the top player on your screen is going to be WhiteZenthon's hand. And the middle player is Zooch's hand here for our mulligans. WhiteZenthon, double Tuskboar, guys, and Saber Spine. He ends up shipping it back.
Good old double Tuskboar, early boar control.
He should ship back the Saber Spine and head for the third boar, right? I think that's the...
Did you just mulligan a boar?
He did.
Blasphemy. He mulliganed a boar. Okay. And then mulliganed into Kaido. So we're going to see this pretty classic Kaido turn one bottom left play.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've seen this in every Songhai mirror. They just seem to be getting this every time.
And then, like, Zoochz is just going to play Tuskboar and crush that Kaido, and then it's just like, ugh, why am I playing this card? Oh,
right,
no,
so,
I'm looking at the wrong hand. Zoochz does not have a Tuskboar.
Right, looking at the wrong hand. So Zoochz is not going to be able to establish any board control early. He does have... Zoochz is also playing, like, a more combo-oriented deck, so even if he had board, I don't know if he'd even play it. That might not be true. He probably just would play it still.
He's not replacing Emerald Rejuvenator. Is that because he has plans on probably needing it next turn when he's at 4?
Well, I mean, if the Kaido Assassin hits him for any reason, he can face tank it and then Rejuvenator for full value.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the worst thing to keep. Yeah, there's a boar. We'll probably see a boar next turn when he's on 5 mana.
Yeah, it's fine to keep Rejuvenator. It's just a very valuable minion, probably the best 4-drop in the game right now.
This looks like Tuskboar into Primus Fist, right? Pumping up the Kaido and the Tuskboar, which allows the Tuskboar to kill the Lantern Fox.
Yeah, that gives it enough attack to kill the Lantern Fox in one fell swoop.
Mm-hmm.
So it only draws 1 Phoenix Fire rather than 2, which is a pretty big deal.
He didn't? Okay, there he goes. And Zoochz still has to deal with it.
So there's a lot of stuff to deal with. I swear Ghost Lightning would be very useful.
This is quite a board, yeah. Gosh, do you even like? No, you don't. You don't like defensive Mistwalking or like defensive. You probably have the defensive Phoenix Fire here.
And this is what we're talking about explosive. I mean, this is turn 2, and WhiteZenthon has 9 power of attack on the board. And
At least the board is going to go away.
Yes.
Well, it's a persistent problem because it's boar, but...
Mm-hmm.
Do you protect your... you play Rejuve this turn for sure, but do you protect it, I wonder? Like, you could attack the Kaido, play Rejuve, Mana Vortex, Mistwalking against the wall, and just kind of be fine, but are you that scared? Zenthon only has 5 cards at hand.
And 4 cards in the hand of WhiteZenthon. You might be right that it's just time to...
Just get out of dodge.
Get out of dodge. He's got too many potential, like, really bursty cards in his hand. I mean, you're not on the offensive, right? So you should be probably on the defensive.
Ooh, he's going on the offense. I guess he's going to Phoenix Fire the boar. So it's a bit more... It's an aggressive, like, sort of aggressive boar, but at the same time, not really.
He could have also used Mana Vortex to cycle there, but he chose not to.
Right. This is going to let WhiteZenthon not only clear boar. If he had inner focus, he could not only clear boar, but he could also backstab for 5.
And Zoochz at the end of turn does draw the Ghost Lightning, which would have been so much more value on the previous turn.
Oh man, that's so unfortunate for WhiteZenthon that he didn't draw inner focus there.
Mm-hmm.
That'd have been such a good play. He could have put Zoochz at 14 while also keeping him away from the wall.
Mm-hmm. WhiteZenthon, double Rejuvenator in here, so it's going to be potentially a long match in comparison to normal Songhai versus Songhai matchups.
Nah, they're gonna get through the heels pretty quick.
It's going to go pretty fast. But it doesn't look like Zoochz has too much damage in his hand. I mean, he's got a Blood Rage Mask, and he's got an Emerald Rejuvenator and a bunch of spells, so... Is this something you hold on to just in case your opponent kind of has artifacts and you still rather play minions? Or is it time to Blood Rage Mask and run away?
No, I think you say Blood Rage Mask for sure. Like, Blood Rage Mask's utility in the mirror is its ability to clear all artifacts.
I think just a Task 4 into Emerald Rejuvenator is probably what we'll see here, and it is pretty solid, making use of the Mana Spring to do a 6-mana play.
Mm-hmm.
Because the like Blood Rage, like 1 mana to make all of your that makes a Phoenix Fire hit an artifact twice, right? So that's insane kind of utility to add. You also if it basically means what it means is that Zenthon can never do the whole Mask of Shadows Cyclone Mask play and just start running away, because if he does that, Zoochz just puts on Blood Rage Cyclone and just wrecks that entire turn with 1 spell.
Zoochz 0 minions at the end of turn in his hand. I guess he'll get a Tusk 4 at the start, potentially, but...
With a hand like this, maybe you do that, I don't know.
Well, the Tusk 4 has the possibility to return, but that probably won't happen. Using Mask of Shadows just as a +2 attack buff to kill off the Rejuve, and then using his own Rejuve to kill Tusk 4, that way he's left with a 4/1 on the board. And he also has 3 mana left over to play probably a Lantern Fox.
He can either do that or he can Gorehorn behind him as well, but...
He's actually going with Healing Mystic just to get the Rejuve up to a 4/3. Now that seems kind of weird to me, because 4/3, 4/1, a Phoenix Fire still kills it.
Yeah. So we'll see if he Blood Rage Masks and takes it out here.
And yeah, we do have the Phoenix Fire to punish, to make that heal seem like it was kind of wasted.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That Mask of Shadows is 100% gone.
Yep.
There's nothing you can do to save it.
And I think you got a Phoenix Fire this Emerald, right?
Yeah, I think you do.
No? I mean, you can miss walking away.
You can miss to walk away, but
okay.
do you rather...
You might want to save miss walking, though, for a backstab play.
But if you miss walk away, you still draw 2 cards, and you also stay completely out of his range. Like, if you don't miss walk,
that's a good point.
Then the Mystic and the General can hit you. So,
yeah, that's a really good point. I'm actually liking miss walking away now. You can just miss walk away and,
save 2 durability from the attack coming from the General.
Yeah, you can kill Rejuvenator next turn if you miss walking away. It's not a big deal. It won't be in range of you.
To get rid of Ghost Lightning, you might be looking for a Heaven's Eclipse. That's interesting. If he plays 2 Mistwalkings, the Heaven's Eclipse almost guarantees another Mistwalking.
It's really cool that he does use Ghost Lightning now, because we do see the double Lantern Fox in WhiteZenthon's hand, and that would have just been some crazy value potentially with the Ghost Lightning. It just would have been a dead card in his hand. So what's he do here? Do you replace a Lantern Fox for Blood Tier?
Blood Tier. He can't quite break this blood. That would have been enough to break the Blood Rage. If the General and Mystic had attacked him, that would have broken Blood Rage Mask with the Blood Tier. So Zoochz saved a lot of potential damage doing that.
And I mean, in Zooch's hand is all basically spells besides the Mask of Shadows and the Emerald Rejuvenator. So,
right. The only bad thing about it is that he used Ghost Lightning, and then, Blood Tier Alchemist comes down, which is, feels bad, man. Because he could use that to clear it perfectly fine.
He could use it to clear, but he's also going to give a Phoenix Fire up, right?
Right. He would pull Ghost Lightning with that. If he wants the Ghost Lightning, he can get it. Or, man, do you just Phoenix Fire?
Do you just start going face? I think you might, because you have the Spiral Technique in hand.
Right.
And it gets him down with the Blood Rage Mask. It deals 8 and gets him down to 6, which puts him in lethal range next turn with Spiral Technique.
We do know he has the Rejuvenator in hand, but that might be Zooch's line saying, you know what, I'm going to set up for the next turn Spiral.
It's true. His mask would not live a turn, though, no matter what. Because he can move to the corner tile to avoid the Mystic, or the Rejuvenator, sorry. But even if he corner blocks with the 3/1, the Fox can attack and give a Phoenix Fire. So
you probably
looks like he is going to go for that.
move to the corner because you might risk getting corner blocked if you move to the corner.
That's possible. You're right. I mean, it is a safer spot. Yeah, he's gonna do exactly that.
I
He's
mean,
gonna
it's
move to the
slightly
corner and
safer,
block.
but
6 HP.
you will be able to corner block him completely and make WhiteZenthon unable to play any minions without first removing enemy minions.
Mm-hmm. Maybe somehow he tries another mistwalking though.
Yeah, what if he doesn't have the mistwalking, dude? I mean, we know he plays too, so.
Mm-hmm. But he's got to play Rejuvenator here for sure.
Right. I mean, Rejuvenator Phoenix Fire is fine. You float one, but
But we see he does have, you know, a Mana Vortex. If somehow he can mulligan into the second Mana Vortex. No, he doesn't even have a Phoenix Fire though.
An interesting question is: do you attack with the Lantern Fox? If you don't, it makes the corner block even stronger.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to expect your opponent to have a spiral technique, though. So you need to kill your opponent. You have 2 turns to kill your opponent, or basically you're dead, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has to break the mask. He literally has to attack with something.
He finally replaced here.
Yeah, you're right. You do have to. So you do have to attack.
Because if he doesn't break the mask, it just has lethal. Or at least Spiral will do 9. And he knows he's playing Spell High, so Mana Vortex is a really high possibility. So yeah, like he literally had to break the mask there for sure. So now Zoochz is 2 off lethal.
Blood Rage.
And now he's not. He got exact lethal.
Because he can Mana Vortex for the 1 damage. Yeah.
He drew it. He drew the perfect card he needed there.
Wow.
And he can Mana Vortex for 1 more too.
Blood Rage Mask, Mana Vortex to make the spiral cheaper.
And then just put Saber Spine on. Yeah, just equip it. Not even do anything.
Put on anything. Yep.
All right, so Zoochz in the grand final ties it up 1 game each in the Songhai mirror match. We might just
You can see that happen a lot with Songhai's though. It's like you get that pivotal
very
turn.
close match though, because I believe he would have died on even though he had 18 HP there. I believe he would have died immediately on the next turn if he didn't have lethal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That happens, man. Like sometimes not going face in the right turn will end up with one of you losing or winning. So well played, man. Got him with that spell high, man.
Mm-hmm.
Acrotar with the My Chemical Romance cosplay.
It's either this or it's nothing.
Wait, you're showing something right now?
Yeah.
I only see a black screen, man. Oh. Rust crawlers, dude. I like it. Yo, the crossbones. I think Zoochz is. I'm actually pretty certain that Zoochz respects like the possible Mechazor cheese, even though he's the one that usually does it.
So going into game 2 of our grand finals of WhiteZenthon versus Zoochz, the Songhai mirror. WhiteZenthon started up 1 game, so right now Zoochz has won 1 game and that's it. We do have the Crossbones tech just in case his opponent switches up to a mech high.
Right.
Which we've seen before.
Right. Zoochz normally is the one who does it, but as the person who does it, he probably respects it the most, right? So. Acrotar, please.
What?
Are you doing that on purpose?
What are you talking about?
It's 3 spoopy 5 me, man. Please, that's too spoopy.
No one can see what you're seeing right now.
I know though. Like, oh
focusing
man.
on the game.
All right. Yep. Back to focusing on what matters. Got him. Rust crawler. Dude, Zenthon's hand is so techy. It's like Rust crawlers. Rust crawlers. Gohorns kind of becomes sort of a tech card. And then Blood Tier Alchemist. It's really like whatever Zoochz plays, it just gets insta killed. And he can't even get the boar either without playing a cat. So I don't know, man. This is pretty bad. Unless he plays the cat, he can play the cat to kill the mask. But is Garo still here or? Oh, Gara's muted, I think.
I am muted, yep. Don't
Yep.
worry, none of my points were really... I was listening to you guys anyways.
Good old quality production value.
No,
All
I
right,
mute myself between the games.
Oh, I got you. Let's see. Acrotar, please. He could just not move, actually. Fox interfocus onto the mana tile to attack the general into Phoenix Fire onto the 2/3 is not the worst play in the world. Literally covering your mouth so you don't laugh. Okay, dog. Alright, buddy. Okay. I'm gonna record this of you. Show it to the universe. So
You're not supposed to be doing that.
you're right. He can't quite connect the Gorehorn this turn. Okay, so he's just gonna play Blood Tier Alchemist, and then Phoenix, and then yeah, interfocus that to kill. That's perfectly fine. He preserves the mask this way. He basically makes Zoochz have to have some kind of out of hand damage, or at least face tank the mask, while also just generating Phoenix Fires.
So Zooch gonna replace the crossbones here and hopefully never see it again.
Hopefully. Definitely. That's definitely what you replace here.
Yeah, for sure.
Why is he looking like he's gonna replace the Kaido? What?
I'm not. The crossbones, like,
Is a 3/3/3.
So
Right.
what?
it's not gonna get any value.
So
anytime
what?
soon.
Right? That's crazy to play just for the 3/3/3. Oh, look at
Didn't replace
Gorehorn. Much better.
A much better
Didn't replace
3/3/3.
it.
He's just playing stats against this
He's just
Songhai
playing.
now.
He's just playing the crossbones. Wow.
I mean, to be honest, he can't He knows he got a Phoenix Fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can't interfocus the Gorehorn to buff it, and they have the same stats. They both died of Phoenix Fire. So if he knows whatever he plays is just going to get Phoenix Fired, why not make it the worst minion? Makes sense to me. Double Rust Crawler. Oh gosh. All right. So, contrary to popular belief, it's a good thing that Zoochz isn't drawing any artifacts, because they would put him in a false sense of security, thinking he could win the game when Double Rust Crawler would happen and ruin all his dreams. This Blood Tier Alchemist is it's playing safe. I wonder why he's keeping it back there. Might be a Jux target or something.
So at 5 mana here, he can definitely like also and get back the Phoenix Fire and Tuskboard.
Right. Or Phoenix Fire.
I think you do want to Phoenix Fire the Gorehorn to kill it and Tuskboard, and that doesn't leave enough mana to also play the Lore Master, so that'll have to wait till next turn.
I think playing the Elsewin's fine here. Like, you get Phoenix Fire back, you create cards. Phoenix Fire's not the worst card to get back, to be honest.
This is one of the better times that you can deal with Blood
And
Tier
moving
and
Boar.
have your Boar survive.
Moving Boar back lets WhiteZenthon run away and protect his back while killing this Boar. So,
Well,
yeah.
He could protect his back either way. I think, but it doesn't let him aggressively kill the boar, like aggressively move forwards and kill the boar.
I guess so. He chose to replace one of his Rust Crawlers at least.
That
I guess
sounds
he realized
right.
that Zoochz is not playing any artifacts. He's just either not drawing them or got rid of all of them. Which we've seen before. Friar won the last King of Beta doing that, so. Just played 0/0 artifact Songhai, did pretty well.
Yeah, in this King of the Beta 15, we are going to have a new king as Spirit Friar did fall.
Well, Zooch is a previous king.
Mhm.
So
So
it would be a return of an old king
Yeah.
if Zooch wins here.
Zooch is equivalent to Aragon, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Just
Sure.
straight up Return of the King.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
If he wins here.
Yeah,
He's
if he
equivalent
wins.
to Aragon.
This would pull back Phoenix Fire, it looks like,
Yeah, but
if he played Alcuin. So he could have Alcuin Phoenix Fired into
Killing the
You can't-
Rejuvenator.
you can still play Alcuin. You just don't play the Phoenix Fire.
So
Right.
is he's starting to go into Smork mode here, right?
And Tuskboard is a more valuable card than Phoenix Fire, so I like that play.
It does look like Zoochz is going into
Spreading out quite a bit with that Lore Master's positioning, almost like he's playing around Frenzy or something. It's kind of weird.
He might have been. No, I don't know. I don't think he cares if WhiteZenthon moves back against the wall. Because he didn't have backstab mask, and he ran away. And
yeah, I guess he's trying to stop WhiteZenthon from moving back against the wall.
But I mean, he ran away. He's clearly not playing any artifacts. WhiteZenthon has both of his Rust Crawlers back, so...
The brain slugs, man.
They just want to be played, man. He's going to backstab the 3-1 for free. This does let... No, Phoenix Fire on the board would kill the boar. Yeah, I was going to say, otherwise this would have let boar live.
So this is a thing where Zoochz is on one side and Zenthon is on the other side. So, but Zoochz does have, Spiral Technique and Phoenix Fire, so he's fine being far away.
The classic Songhai standoff where you're both across the map sniping each other with spells. Ooh.
How often does that happen, man? Not very often.
Game. That juxtaposition makes it almost impossible for Zoochz to play a minion. Well, not safe. It wouldn't make it safe. Because at any moment, that minion could be his own enemy.
Zoochz will likely have lethal next turn. Yeah, with this Tusk Spore, Inner Focus, Phoenix Fire, he has lethal if WhiteZenthon can't do anything about it. Now, you are so far away, it is actually kind of hard for Tusk Spore to reach. But...
Well, he's got Mist Dragon Seal, though.
He's got Mist Dragon Seal.
Oh, he does have Mist Dragon Seal.
That's a fly. That's what pigs fly. Pigs fly, baby.
We don't normally see that card anymore ever since it got up to 2 mana, but...
Yeah, I know, right?
Zoochz has been making some effective use out of it.
Well, I mean, is Zenthon going to kill him?
No,
he can't kill him, right?
I don't think he can. No.
So we're going to see pigs fly here for lethal, is what you're saying.
Wow, flying pigs to lethal. Look at that. Man.
Tusk Spore, Mist Dragon, Phoenix Fires, lethal. Second game will go to Zoochz of this best of 7, carrying the score into 2-1.
We've seen some pretty crazy misses, though. We gotta hope that Zoochz
because he has it without the Mist Dragon Seal. Move forward to he has it without the Mist Dragon Seal anyway. He can just move forward without replacing that inner focus. He can just move forward,
inner focus, or play the board, run, inner focus the board, run in.
Right.
Yeah. But this dragon even further consolidates. So like WhiteZenthon could have kind of blocked with minions to make it impossible to reach with inner focus, but he didn't. But even if he did, Mist Dragon.
Special delivery, dude. Flying pigs.
100%.
So Zoochz up 2-1 now in grand finals.
He won with Mist Dragon Seal in March. Season.
We didn't see any artifacts, so I'm kind of curious as to what WhiteZenthon is going to do this next match.
And before Zoochz plays an artifact-heavy list.
Acrotar looks like he's trying out for Are You Afraid of the Dark, man.
Yeah, dude. He literally was taking... He was doing this. Yeah, he was flashing. Like spoopying, dude. 3 spoopy, 5 me.
Alright.
Trying to light myself up here.
Yeah, same. So that makes it 2-1, right? If Zoochz wins 2 more, he wins, right?
Zoochz needs to win 2 more, and WhiteZenthon needs to win 3 more. And whoever wins this will be the king of the beta, and we'll get 1,000 gold and the title, form badge and title of king of the beta.
Unless Zoochz wins, because he already has it.
And your name will be written down in the Hall of Fame below the stream.
Hall of Fame, PogChamp.
Yeah, I added a little crown to it now. It didn't used to have that. No one noticed, but I did that. Yeah.
Oh, dude, nice. Cool little crown you got there.
That's WhiteZenthon with the Chakri Elder. That's WhiteZenthon with it.
Ooh, man, the Chakri, not a card that's normally played, so it'll be cool to see just how effective it is this game.
Starting off just straight up Zoochz now playing a Mask of Shadows, assuming that WhiteZenthon has gotten rid of his Rust Crawlers. Like, he just walked in there and just masked the Shadowed.
I mean, you kind of can do that when you don't play any artifacts for an entire game, right?
The mind games. I mean, Blood Rage Mask from WhiteZenthon and a Lantern Fox, you're kind of like, I want to kill this Lantern Fox, but I really don't. I mean, he wants to move in there and mask it, but I mean, he's giving up 1 Phoenix Fire to the Blood Rage Mask that is going to be used. I still think he'll do it.
Campfire. Oh gosh. Zoochz 100% just kills his Fox with face.
Yeah, it only gets 1 Phoenix Fire that way.
Right.
That leads to him not being able to use a mana tile, though, for...
I mean, you still could. You could use the boar to take it, but
Yeah.
the Phoenix Fire kills the boar.
So take
So
the
you
2
probably
Mystic.
don't want to use the board to take it. You just don't take a Mana Spring. It's not the end of the world. You just
It's the end of the world now.
yeah, you can just hit it and you can
Mystic.
Mystic.
Because the thing about like Blood Rage Mask being equipped there is like because you can't break the Blood Rage, you know that like literally your
Yeah.
mask is already dead.
If you
Your mask is
get
not
him
thinking.
to use the Phoenix Fire on the Mystic, that's a less valuable use of Phoenix Fire than using it to clear the Tusk Boar.
And we see
My
next
voice.
turn, you're going to get hit by a big Chakri potential. With Phoenix Fire, Chakri, and Inner Focus. That dude's going to
Right.
get pumped up.
Yeah, Chakra Elder is gonna get pretty bumped.
Replace
range
Silhouette
map.
Tracer and hope for something like a Mana Vortex or something.
That would be disgusting. Uh-oh. Okay, didn't replace anything.
That's for sure. He's going to do that anyways before replace. Like that's automatically the play.
Right.
And he just he values, I guess, the Silhouette Tracer.
I guess it's more so like the Tracer can be played on curve next turn. And what are you gonna draw anyway, right?
Mhm.
Like
He uses the Chakri to
Mana Vortex
kill
would
the
have been the
Mystic
Bad
too.
Diallo play. But that Chakri though. Is that a 3/3/2? It's hard to see its stats.
It's a 3/2
Right
because it took out the Healing Mystic that was down there.
Right. So it is definitely killable with Range Mask. Actually, I mean, Zoochz can answer this with Range Mask into Duskboard to block himself off, but
Yeah,
the
5
only
mana.
problem with that is that the Blood Rage will also chip the Cyclone. Blood Rage is so good against other Songhai as well.
Mhm.
It'll chip the Cyclone with one spell, it chips it to 2 without a counterattack. So,
Yeah, Blood Rage is very handy for taking out artifacts, which are very valuable and strong in Songhai.
So is the Four Winds Magi, but it's going to be a while potentially before we see it played.
right, Ogre Magi is definitely pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's definitely a little harder to pull off than a Blood Rage Mask, though, costing 4 instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
Zoochz is choosing to play the Rejuvenator first instead to get a little less healing, but he also blocked off the mana
Yeah,
tile.
I like the positioning here.
Yeah, for sure.
And WhiteZenthon isn't at 6 mana yet, so you don't have to be scared of Silhouette Tracer plus into Mask of Shadows.
The
Until next turn, at least.
the cool thing is, like, we were saying the option was to play the Cyclone Mask, but once again, you're saying that spells just chip it away. This is another, like, great play where he keeps his mask, and because he knows he can't clear it yet. But now in this next turn, if he clears it, he can probably equip the mask.
Right.
So he uses Tracer just to run away and get some distance here.
That's interesting.
When you're up against a spell high, I think the spell high probably benefits a bit more from the distance. I guess both of them are really spell highs, though, by the looks of it.
Mm-hmm. So Zoochz has now potentially 6 mana.
Both of them are
7
vulnerable to
mana?
backstab, but as soon as you go into backstab, you gotta be worried about getting backstabbed right back.
I mean, he can clear this with double Tuskboar and Phoenix Fire, I believe.
Oh yeah, you're
Do you
totally
care
right.
that much about splitting that though? Like you know you're against a you're not gonna get it's not gonna get killing edged or anything. Do you just like take 2 to clear this? Like I mean you could take 2 to clear it and then play the Ogre Magi on the mana tile and then Phoenix Fire his face.
Yep, and then yeah, that chips 2 durability.
Right.
Maybe you can either do the Ogre Magi play, or you could double Tuskboard Phoenix Fire to clear all artifact charges and deal 9 damage, while meleeing with your General and Rejuvenate to kill the Silhouette Tracer. This play doesn't immediately take out the mask, but you do get a...
He could take out the mask if
You
he
do develop a
Saber Spines,
Magi.
right?
Okay, so do a bit of a...
Okay,
yeah,
so
if you Saber Spine Seal, you do take out the mask, but
Mhm.
you wasted a little bit of a Saber Spine Seal doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's not really a waste, though, if you're taking out the mask. Okay, I really like that play when you include the mask in it, which I
That's
wasn't
pretty strong, yeah.
thinking of
And the
before,
Saber
yeah.
Spine puts him up enough damage to
That was
actually
re-
kill the Silhouette Tracer, right? And not use his General.
That was a really good play by Zoochz. Yes.
Alright,
saving
so-
as much
But-
like saving 2 HP sounds like not that big of a deal, but I mean it really can
But
like add up over time.
another Blood Rage Mask.
Blood Rage Mask is pretty good, man.
I mean, does he panda his own Emerald Rejuvenator to ping a durability?
No.
Are we at that point?
You have 2 boars. What do you do that for?
I'm just joking. That'd be crazy. Where you just want to start 4 Winds Magi procking? You're just like, yeah.
If anything, you panda your general.
Yeah. Can't attack him, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're missing one spell. You need one spell, and then you could use the 4 Winds Magi's proc to take out WhiteZenthon's artifact. But it's really unfortunate you don't have that one spell you need. And you don't have enough mana for Cyclone Mask plus double Tusk Boar. That's a 7 mana play, and you're only at 6.
Right. You can still just double Tusk Boar, though. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Do you double Tusk Boar, or do you develop another Magi?
Double Tusk Boar just gets wrecked by Ghost Lightning, but...
Yeah, and because you're not destroying the mass, you know, getting a 4 Winds Magi on the board might be a better play.
You don't exactly want to Rejuve either. Man. I mean, 4 Winds Magi into board is not the worst either. No, I think I like that more now.
Yeah, I kind of like developing the 4 Winds Magi. You don't have any spells, but your Songhai, you'll probably draw into some spells. And you can always Tusk Boar next turn. With that second Tusk Boar.
Because you're not breaking the mask.
You're less vulnerable to Ghost Lightning, too.
True.
Yeah, and you don't break the mask either way. Okay, he's
Rejuvenator instead.
goes the Rejuvenator. I mean, when you're at 21 HP, or was he at 23? Did he overheal?
21. He was at 21.
He overhealed for at least 1 or 2.
That seems, he was at 22. That seems... He was at 22.
Okay, only overhealing for 1, but still you're overhealing. You're missing out on the full value of the Rejuvenator. And the Rejuvenator, it's not necessary to heal when you're at 21. I feel like developing a Magi is a lot stronger.
The difference was that he had no spells, though, and the 4/4 guaranteed to go face was more of an aggressive summon. Like, the Magi, knowing he would draw 2 spells, probably was better, but he didn't know he was going to draw 2 spells there, so...
I think it's really likely you're going to draw spells, though.
Between the draw and the replace, potentially, yeah.
I mean, sure, yeah, but...
And it
is a card game.
Large number of spells in your deck.
So the Zoochz to get the Magi in. And then he's got a Saber Spine Seal.
Right. So the Magi's dead. He does eat 4 from the Magi, though.
This also puts the Mana Forger, you know, way out there. And now it's like, how are you going to deal with it? You got to spend time dealing with it.
That was a giant hand dump to do not that much.
He took out the 4 Winds Magi, he took up the Emerald Rejuvenator, and he did 5 damage to WhiteZenthon. That was okay, but his hand size is down to 2.
That wasn't Zoochz that did that. WhiteZenthon did that.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry. That's what I meant to say that, but there's 5, yeah. But now he goes down to 2 cards. I mean, he draws a Heaven's Eclipse, but I mean, he was down to 2 cards.
Top deck pretty hard.
Yeah.
And used 2 Phoenix Fires on a 4/4. That was definitely. I guess he felt like he might have been able to die, which is possible. Yeah, because wait a minute, Boar. If you left the 4/4 up, the 4/4 plus the Boar plus the Saber Spine plus Phoenix Fire would have been lethal, right? Would have been 13 damage, but he didn't know that. I guess in hindsight, it was better to play it safe, but that was interesting. I also like seeing Mana Forges in this too. Mana Forges in this are pretty good. We actually haven't seen ever since Vet kind of fell off. I wonder why. We haven't seen Mana Forges in any lists.
He could have put, if he didn't replace. Oh no, he replaced. If he didn't replace Tuskboar and replaced another card into Saberspine, he would have put WhiteZenthon down to 1 HP.
You mean Zoochz?
Zoochz would have put WhiteZenthon down to 1 HP.
In the last turn from... Wait,
if he did what?
He had 2 Tuskboars, he had a Phoenix Fire, and if he replaced another card and kept Saberspine, that would have been 12 damage.
You mean Zooch's turn that he just played. I got you.
Yes.
Right.
Because that would have been 7 mana for 12 damage. Wow,
right.
Twin Strike.
Twin Strike.
Twin Strike. My God,
That's a surprising card to see come out.
He is... The game's over, though. WhiteZenthon just has...
Yeah, it didn't particularly get that great value there.
Mostly
3 mana,
because...
deal 2 damage twice. It's just not that strong of a card.
Mostly because the whole turn where Zenthon kind of dumped his entire hand. Like, I liked it.
So this puts him to 1, right? Range for 5,
yeah,
Phoenix Fire.
right. He drew a lot of cards. Actually, he doesn't have Mist Dragon Seals though. Oh man, Zoochz would have to go closer to him for some reason.
Ooh, doesn't choose to
He's
put
gonna
him to
run.
1.
I think I would have gone one square closer so I could put the so I could put the Lantern Fox in range.
Does that set your back up for potential like double backstab mass saber spine though? Plus Phoenix Fire or some crazy thing?
I don't think you ever get too close. Like 20 health is just like, let's say for real, 20 health is not safe. You're not safe at 20 health.
Oh, he didn't inner focus first. That's why he left there.
When your opponent
It didn't
is
matter,
that low on
but-
cards, I think you are safe at 20 health.
Oh, no,
like,
he did
if
inner
they have
focus.
full hand, you're probably not. But when they only have 3 cards, I think you are.
And maybe I'm just traumatized by 13 attack Drakri evaders, but you know.
Man, Zoochz up 3 games to 1. One more game for Zoochz to win. King of the Beta number 15. We'll see if he can do it. Moving into the next match.
Zoochz is on a bit of a win streak here in the grand finals.
He only needs one more game, right?
He's playing those mind games where he's playing he's playing artifacts, he's not playing artifacts, and his opponent just, might be getting tilted by, playing rust crawlers and then being useless, and then not playing rust crawlers and getting crushed by artifacts. He wasn't crushed that bad. I think the only thing he dealt with was a Mask of Shadows and 1 Cyclone.
I really, really want to see Zoochz bring mechs into Game 4. Like, I want to see him. I want to see him just like tear a WhiteZenthon apart by pulling like 4 completely different decks and just.
So that means is this the one where he plays like Ancestral Divination? Then is that what you're
Right.
saying?
This is where he plays all one
Master
drop Ancestral
Troll.
Divination. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. It has to be.
All right. So this is potentially the last game if Zoochz can
Oh,
win
yeah,
it.
you-
If
are-
not,
you guys are talking about
WhiteZenthon
Zoochz?
has to return and win all the remaining matches to win King of the Beta.
Which we've seen before. That's happened twice before. Like,
Yeah.
that's not impossible, guys.
And with Songhai versus Songhai, it's so swingy. So
We've seen the full reverse sweep happen twice in the past.
This hand
Or-
has a sword. Zenthon? Okay. Well, a sword's not a good tell.
the hands
not.
are definitely right now.
Okay.
WhiteZenthon went first.
No, Zenthon is mechs. Zenthon's mechs.
He is Mex.
Oh, switch it up to mech.
I knew it, man. I knew somebody would go mech. Zoochz might still be mech. Zoochz is not mech. He just took the same deck into the game. All right. So Zoochz is just confident in his spell deck. He's like, all right, I don't need mechs. I got you, dog.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Going in.
And
but
he's gonna have a Cyclone Mass
Zenthon
next
has
turn.
him. You can choose to just play Cyclone on curve and ping the.
Yeah, I think he just
That's a shot.
Cyclones here and shoots the Mystic, right?
You shoot the Mystic, it can't touch you anyway. Probably just ping the Mask of Shadows, start pushing face damage.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
Probably
turn 2
better
of
just to
Songhai, you
ping
start
the
going
Mask of
face. I think.
Shadows.
I'm pretty sure turn 2 of Songhai, you just start going face, right?
Yep.
Your opponent
Because the
still
Mystic-
doesn't know you're actually a mech high yet.
No.
This.
Exactly.
It's still a secret for a little while longer.
You're still normal to him right now. I guess what that does do is it makes it where Zoochz can't play any
This
like
is-
spells on minions.
This is
but-
really awkward. This is where like they're taking their pistols out and they're just shooting each other because I'm assuming Zoochz play
Right.
here is equipping his own Cyclone Mask.
and going down 2, and then
Yeah, it's just like I don't like
Do you
Zooch's
replace
hands
Heaven's
compared to
Eclipse here or Mana
WhiteZenthon right now.
Vortex? What do you replace here? I wonder. Or do you keep everything because you're gonna cycle mask
Could you-
anyway?
If he
They both got the same artifacts equipped and are just smacking each other
yeah,
across
see.
the board. Yeah, there's the smiley face out of Zooch.
Classic Songhai standoff. So he chose not to replace anything. Okay. I think I like that. That's interesting.
With the Mana Vortex into the Heaven's Eclipse, it just seems like you draw a crazy amount of cards.
Oh, you do. You definitely. Well, I mean, the thing is, you would draw too many cards. You draw too many cards with that.
Exactly, yeah. So
Like the
you,
Mana Vortex would not get as much value.
that's why I would assume that you either replace one or do something there that previous turn.
Magnetized deck in tournaments.
Yeah, we've seen that before, but let's not get too off topic.
Does he just drop Mechazor on the Mana Tile into Primus Fist?
Do you?
I don't know. You don't got too many crazy options here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what you do.
If
You
either
don't,
of them
really,
had a
you
blood
don't have
mage,
much
I'd
else to
take
do.
this go.
That's
But
the only good 5-mana play here.
You want to get your Mechazor out there too, because you get that Saber Spine, right? Like that's just. Oh, okay. He's just gonna shoot.
Okay, he's not going with the Primus Fist. He's just going for 3 more
Smart.
damage.
he's going in, man. I mean, Zooch is at
He's
14
going
health.
in. Yeah, I
and
guess.
5 mana, so it's working. He's gonna toss this. Ooh, that's such a
Oh,
clunky
man.
draw. That's so unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
He can Mana Vortex into Heaven's Eclipse and then move down and like maybe play the box onto the tile.
It's really unfortunate he doesn't have a way to ping off the final artifact charges here, because then he could safely
Right.
get off a range attack of his own
does
without
now.
getting counterattacked. Oh, now he does. So now that's an option.
Right. Do you clear the 3/3 here, or do you clear the?
I don't think the 3/3 is that
Okay.
threatening. It's
It's
not
not
like you
gonna
have
get to
any
you.
minions to get frenzied.
Exactly.
I think
You
it's
also
better
have
to
Mistpoking, too.
Phoenix Fire him and take out those charges. And then I think this match is so fast that you probably want to go face instead of hitting the sword. He's just hitting the sword though.
He gets sword and shows the Mistwalk away. I think I like that too. That's super safe. It makes it where nothing can hit him except for like a boar, but a boar
Yeah,
attacks him
I
he's
mean-
gonna die. So
Miss it walking away, isn't that a little excessive? Was that necessary? I guess he wanted to cycle 2 cards is just the reason why.
yeah,
If he
100%.
didn't do that, he wouldn't have drawn 2 cards in a turn. He would have only drawn 1. Just noticed.
This will be a boar into sword. He should be 2 or 3 into mech. Is he 3 or 2?
2 sort of Mechazords only. So like right now, Zooch can maybe have inclinations that he's mech, but he hasn't seen a cannon, a helm, or a wings or
Yeah,
anything
you're
like that
actually
yet.
not totally sure until you see non-sword of Mechazor mech units, because some
That's
Songhais
true,
just
you're
like to run sword just for the 3/3 frenzy, which is actually, normally not so good on its own in other factions, but it's actually really good in Songhai with inner focus. Can be, at least.
Zooch has
Zooch
a
is only
full
one
hand.
turn from his spiral turn, but he can't exactly put Zenthon into range of it.
I think we might just see a Rejuvenator plus Mystic here. It's unfortunate you don't have any way to take out this sword of Mechazor, because this one is a lot closer to you than that last one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You could just deny like value from it though. Like you can just move out of the frenzy range.
You cannot let it frenzy everything, but it's going to be able to frenzy at least 2 things.
Yeah.
There's no way to totally play completely around it.
Yeah, you could have put the
He
mystic
could have
exactly where he did. Move
walk
back,
and Rejuvenator above him or something.
Right.
No, that would have still.
Oh, never mind. I never mind. I can't see there's not a spot in Team Viewer.
Yeah.
There's not a spot behind these Zooches. Rip.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, because that's the end of the map.
Yeah. It kind of blends on Team Viewer.
You haven't been counting the mana tiles.
Oh, and now Zooch knows. So that's 3 Mechazors.
Yeah.
Well, now he
That's out of
knows
the bag now.
for sure. You might have been able to guess before.
Those animations are so Ellie giggle.
Make that 4 mechs out of the bag.
Right in his face,
The
too.
wing, too. Oh man.
So he can spiral.
Which gets
He's got
him
a wing
down
in
to
hand,
6.
too.
You're at
He's got a wing
17
in
HP, so it's not that likely WhiteZenthon can kill you if you just spiral face. You don't have that much. I guess you could just heal instead. And WhiteZenthon has the spiral of his own plus 3 onboard damage. That's only an 11, so he can't kill Zooch if Zooch doesn't bother to heal up or anything.
And do you Phoenix Fire the cannon?
Yeah, I think you do. If you're going to go with the 4-inch Magi play.
Yeah.
No reason not to.
Ogre
There-
Magi has to be used on like it has to be preserved because any kind of buff on that would just snipe it for free and you just lose all
Yep.
value.
So that represents Spiral Technique at 9 damage now.
Yes.
Pretty strong. I mean, it's a 10 damage.
Wow,
swing.
that's a crossbones! Zooch
Whoa,
just
he
straight up
has the
it.
crossbow.
What?
Remember, he's been playing it every set.
Man.
He's had it
He has been playing it. We've seen it previously, and he actually exposed it when he played it just as a 3-mana 3/3. He exposed
Yeah.
that he was running crossbones. But
Yeah.
WhiteZenthon, I think, kind of just forgot about that.
So Zooch must be feeling really good now, finally drawing
Or
into
was
that.
maybe just hoping his opponent wouldn't still be running those.
This is pretty unfortunate for Zenthon. He's gonna play the cannon, he's gonna play mech, and mech is gonna die.
Yeah, he drew crossbones the perfect turn too. He hasn't. He didn't even have to hold it on and use up a hand slot.
I wonder if he was frustrated. It's so many turns in and he still doesn't have the crossbones. Like, you feel like after so many replaces, drawing 2 at the end of every turn, like, where's my crossbones? But he's got to be feeling very good right now.
I mean, if it's a 1-of and he's 18 cards in, I think it's pretty fair that he has it by now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to calculate exactly because replaces make it a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But,
Zooch effectively has 5 mana to
But
spend
if
this
you
turn.
crossbones the Mechazor, means you don't have enough mana to spiral.
You can't go for Spiral, there's a Mechazor on board. Like,
Yeah, you can't go for spiral anyways. So what do? I guess you have to use Foreign's
Just
Magi to
crossbones with
kill
the
one of
dude.
those crossbones and play Emerald Rejuvenator to heal up.
He can Cyclone Mass and kill the Mechazor.
Cyclone Mask might not be bad either, because that also preserves 3 damage. That might be better. Because I like that a lot better. You can Crossbones, Cyclone Mask, Healing Mystic. I like that.
oh,
most.
you're right. Yeah, because the board would
That's
go
really
back to his
strong.
hand, but it's across the map, so you don't really care. Yeah, that's probably a lot better.
He has 2 of them. 2 crossbones.
Yes, too. Okay.
A plural of
A
crossbones.
little unnecessary.
Wow.
So sniping the 2/2 range would be pretty good.
I don't think there's that much reason not to use the Magi to just kill the test board, even though he's across the map. Like you should be safe.
Double crossbones, man. It's pretty good.
Well, I suppose the cannon can pick it off now.
Do you heal the Magi? Because
Yeah,
that
the
puts
Magi,
it,
10,000%.
but that puts it into still Phoenix Fire death. Like, whatever killed it at 1 killed it at 3.
You make him Phoenix Fire it then.
Oh,
like,
as opposed to just cannon shooting it.
right.
Yeah, I suppose it's a Phoenix he's not using on your face.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So even if he Phoenixes it, you are inadvertently healing yourself slightly.
Mm-hmm.
So Zenthon is
And
gonna
if he
suffer
doesn't,
the
then you have
whole-
a Foreign's Magi to start pinging value.
the whole point of mech decks being that like they eventually just run out of steam if you lose Mechazor.
Yep.
So Zoochz can eventually just kind of outvalue him here. I don't know if Zenthon can get back into this. I mean, to be fair, their life totals are similar. It's just that
But because because he's shot
I mean,
him there,
he isn't totally
that-
reliant on
that's
Mechazor.
lethal.
He's got
If
got
he
Spiral
didn't
Space
shoot-
and stuff for other win conditions.
If
But
he
Spiral
didn't
that is
shoot,
lethal for Zooch.
darn.
Zenthon got shot him, so then Zooch counterattacked and put him down 2 more damage, so that the Spiral plus his attack was lethal on the return.
Did he have it with Boar anyway?
I'm looking at the
Boar
screen.
Bishop?
He had it with Boar anyways.
He had it with Boar anyway. Nice.
So that
Boar
makes,
anyway, hype.
That makes Zooch our champion, guys. 4
That
to
concludes
1.
the grand finals. Yeah,
Zooch is the double King of the Beta, right?
Double King the beta,
3 time
not-
is it? Or double?
no,
Or is it
double.
double?
Not 2 in a row though. He's old king returning once again. But for a very
Zooch
clean
is
sweep in the
confirmed
grand finals there against WhiteZenthon. Congratulations
Congratulations.
to to Zooch,
To
our new king of the
champion
beta.
Zooch.